Welcome back, cyber savvy viewers. Today, we're diving into the dangerous world of phishing emails, where scammers try to lure you into their traps. But fear not, we're going to prepare you to fight back. In this video, we'll explain the top phishing email red flags and show you how to spot and avoid them like a pro. Let's kick things off with the first red flag, the sender. This is a suitable place to start because the sender is one of the best and easiest ways to identify if you're under attack. Always double check the email address to ensure it's legitimate. Look for subtle changes or misspellings that scammers use to deceive us. Scammers can't normally email you from the domain they're impersonating. They have to change the sending domain to a lookalike letter, also known as a typo-squatted domain. Some of their favorite techniques to watch out for include dropping the dot in www, dropping a letter, reversing two letters, doubling a letter, or using lookalike letters such as a lowercase I for an L as seen here in Google. Phishers will impersonate reputable organizations, so be cautious of slight alterations in the domain name or email address. Remember, a single character difference can make all the difference in the world. Now onto the subject line. Be cautious of urgent or suspicious subject lines that create a sense of urgency or curiosity to trick you into opening the email. Phishers are often using phrases like urgent action required or your account has been compromised to grab your attention. If it seems too urgent or too good to be true, take a step back and scrutinize the email further. Next up, let's look at greetings. Phishing emails often use generic greetings like Dear Customer or Valued Customer instead of addressing you by name. Legitimate organizations usually personalize their email, so this is a big red flag. If you receive an email that fails to address you personally or uses a generic salutation, it's a sign that something may be amiss. Moving on, keep an eye out for poor spelling, punctuation, and grammar. Phishers may make mistakes as they're often rushing their scams, and English may be their second language. If you spot numerous errors, awkward sentence structures, or unusual language usage, it's likely a phishing attempt. Legitimate organizations typically have professional communication standards, so glaring mistakes should raise your suspicion. We're going to next look at one of my favorite and most important aspects of an email to watch out for: urgency and emotionality. Phishers love playing with your emotions to trick you into making hasty decisions. Social psychologists have found people make more mistakes when emotionally engaged or under time pressures and a sense of urgency. Emails that create a sense of fear, excitement, or urgency should raise your suspicion. Phishing emails may threaten dire consequences, claim you've won a prize, or appeal to your sympathy. Remember to pause, take a deep breath, and assess the situation objectively. Don't let your emotions override your better judgment. Let's talk now about external website links. Did you know hovering your mouse over the link without clicking it will reveal the actual URL? Phishers often disguise their malicious links, so be cautious if the displayed URL looks suspicious or unrelated to the email's content. Look for misspellings, additions of numbers or characters, or unusual domain names, just as we've described in the sender examination earlier. If it doesn't match the expected website or seems suspicious or is a typo-squatted domain, it's best to avoid clicking. Last but not least, attachments. Be cautious when opening email attachments, especially if they come from unfamiliar or unexpected sources. Malicious attachments can contain viruses or malware that compromise your personal and professional data, your computer, or even your company network. If you receive an attachment you weren't expecting or that seems unusual, exercise caution. Always scan attachments with reliable antivirus software before opening them. Always keep your workstation up to date by patching it. And don't forget to reboot for those patches to apply. Now let me tell you a special circumstance. In recent years, business email compromise, BEC for short, has increased dramatically. In BEC attacks, you're receiving an email from a trusted sender, someone you know, and none of the above phishing indicators is present. The email looks 100% legitimate and from a company you likely have worked with in the past. In these cases, be extremely cautious opening attachments you did not expect or that seem uncharacteristic for your role or for the role the person you've worked with. If anything is off, it is wise to contact the trusted party to verify they sent the unexpected attachment. Just don't do it in an email. Call them and confirm verbally. A common hacker practice is to prompt you for your email login credentials when opening one of these unexpected, dangerous attachments. Never ever give your credentials away while opening an attachment. It's more than likely a phishing attack, possibly from a business email compromise that otherwise looks perfectly legitimate. Don't let your guard down in any of these situations. Be vigilant. So there you have it, our top phishing email red flags. By keeping an eye out for these warning signs in the sender, the subject, the greeting, spelling, punctuation and grammar, emotionality and urgency, links to external websites, and attachments, you can protect yourself both personally and professionally. Avoid falling into the hands of scammers, safeguard your sensitive information, and help your workplace maintain a secure environment.